Hello. Okay, let's see how this goes. Welcome. This is my first movie review thing, and it's for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Uh, just as a joke here, I thought I'd show. All right, let's see. This is my script. Uh, the entire script, Sonic 2 review. The good stuffs and the bad stuffs. As you can see, I couldn't think of as much bad stuffs. But this is the entire script, just so you know how unscripted this video is. This is more like I'm going through my thoughts of the movie, but we will start with the good stuffs and maybe a slight synopsis and my thoughts on the story overall. But this is just a joke mainly. All right, now let's get that shrunken down because this is the same window I'm using for other purposes. There we go. It's the right size again. And we're just going to switch it over to, there we are. I'll just be playing through the trailer a little bit and pointing out some stuff that I remember as I watch through it. And so I'm going to start with a short synopsis of what I think of the story. It's just sort of a, a weird combination of multiple games as far as the story goes. We follow up from the last movie where he's been living on Earth for how many years now? It's not important. He's been living on Earth with James Marsden and his movie wife. The human characters. The first movie I actually kind of cared about the human characters, but not enough to remember their names. This movie I did not care for a lot of the human character interactions, mostly because they're not with Sonic about 90% of the time. Uh, j- 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 yeah, just like this 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 entire this entire thing. It's just kind of this is as much interaction as they come with the humans is in the scene. Most of the movie revolves around. All right, I'm gonna get into spoiler if kind of stuff. The movie opens on Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, still living on the mushroom planet from the first movie, and he uses the sonic quill he still had from the machine he had in the first movie to almost send a homing beacon that Knuckles the Echidna finds and uses one of these ring things to travel to the mushroom planet. James Marsden and his wife go to his sister-in-law's wedding in Hawaii. Hawaii, who cares? You get what I'm saying. Leaving Sonic alone at home, we open up to the post-credit scene from the first movie of Tails finding Sonic, but not before Robotnik and Knuckles find Sonic. And let's see, we got any of that? Yeah, some. Yeah, here we are. Yep, there's Knuckles, played by Idris Elba. Um, that's kind of weird. So Tails saves Sonic from being absolutely destroyed by Knuckles, and they go on a journey to find the Master Emerald, which has been marvelized in the sense that it's made up of the seven Chaos Emeralds instead of the seven Chaos Emeralds being their own thing and the Master Emerald being its own thing. No, it was made from the seven of those, just so we had an excuse to kind of speed up the entirety of the Sonic lore, as it were, to sum up what I'm saying, Sonic 1, the movie, is like a mixture of the original Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic Adventure. And then Sonic 2, this movie, is like a mixture of Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles, Sonic Adventure, and Sonic Adventure 2. References like these soldiers right here, they're part of this government branch called, or government organization called Gun, which is a reference to the Sonic Adventure government soldier organization. Some stuff like that. Uh, I I really don't know how to just describe this movie. Tails Tails was pretty fun. I kind of liked seeing these two together for the most of the movie. I also liked seeing Jim Carrey and Knuckles play off of each other to some extent. The movie tries to build off of the last movie to build up Sonic's caretaker, Longclaw the Owl, and uh, this is this is what happens when you don't write stuff down while you're watching. You start to struggle. Yeah, Sonic is trying to be a superhero. That's like a minor plot point, I feel. There's the Master Emerald. Knuckles, yeah, Knuckles barging in. So, after finding the Master Emerald, what do you think happens? Knuckles believes it's his destiny to get it, which is a change from the games where he was always the guardian of the Master Emerald. And what else happens except Jim Carrey gets it? That's really all I have to say now for as far as that goes. I'm just gonna move over to talking about my points of the good stuffs and the bad stuffs. Let's start out on the negatives first. The first 20, or not even 20, probably 10 minutes or so of the movie has two S word teases. I'm not going to say the word for obvious reasons because if I'm saying the S word, you know how I feel about using words like that. And then my only other point of bad stuffs is the popular licensed music. This was one thing I hoped they would have fixed in this movie or done better. The only time we ever really get to hear music from the games is the ringtone joke in the movie, and that's about it. They why it boggles my mind that they do so much licensed music when they could have easily done remixed music from the games. They did it for the trailers, but nothing for the movies. It would have been so simple. They did some slight remixes for the credits music. What I I feel like I'm going insane. All right, now let's move on to the good stuffs, as I'm calling it. The humor, I think it was pretty good, on point for Sonic, especially now that it's kind of like a buddy movie with him and Tails. Knuckles being completely oblivious to everything. The references to stuff was nice. I They reference stuff, and it's not always an obvious reference. Like, okay, let's go back to where was it? Yeah, here. This is a scene from this guy right here, the henchman from the first movie and this movie. That he runs the Mean Bean Cafe or coffee shop, which is named after Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Then, all right, definite spoiler territory here right now. This is the giant robot Jim Carrey gets at the end of the movie. There's an instruction manual, and it's designed to look like a Sega Genesis cartridge. At one point, Sonic's idle animation pops up. The Mushroom Planet is a reference to the Mushroom Zone from Sonic and Knuckles. Like I said, the gun soldiers, these guys, reference to the government organization from the adventure games. Right here, the the ringtone is just Green Hill Zone. They did a good job at referencing stuff. And to anyone that complains about the movie story not following the exact plot of the games, like Knuckles not being the guardian of Angel Island or whatever, and the Master Emerald, I don't mind it so much. I'm not a giant Sonic fan. I'm wearing a Mario shirt right now. I'm not like a giant Sonic fan that spazzes over every little detail of stuff getting messed up. The very end of the movie has an after credit scene, just like this one did. The first movie did to set up this movie with Tails. This one has an after credit scene to set up Sonic 3, obviously. And they set it up using, spoiler alert, Shadow the Hedgehog, which I thought was a cool detail that they actually went further than just mentioning him by name. They actually mentioned the fact that, oh, while wiping out Dr. Robotnik's file, we came across some stuff from 50 years ago in Project Shadow, referencing Dr. Robotnik's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. It was it was a cool detail. Let's see, my last good stuffs was the voice acting. Yeah, I'll say the voice. I was just typing this stuff out to give me an outline, but yeah, the voice acting's pretty good. In conclusion, I don't think I can really give movies a score so much as a game because they have less time to work with, unlike a video game where you can go for hours and have to make the same general stuff feel fresh and new the entire time. With Sonic 2, in relation to the first movie, it had higher highs, but also lower lows. The first movie was in that middling point of, all right, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's a great video game movie, but it's not an amazing film that you'd want to keep rewatching. It was funny, worthy of a sequel, but not an amazing movie by any means. If it's your favorite movie, great, but it could have been better. It didn't have any points in it that felt terrible either. This movie, on the other hand, like the entire, a lot of the human Hawaii sections just felt boring, really uninteresting, and I would have rather seen more with them interacting with Sonic other than by themselves at a wedding in Hawaii. And that's when I'd say it gets to a lower, less quality point than the first movie. But as far as the story and the humor goes, it was definitely way higher up than the first movie. It's just what I mean when I say higher highs, lower lows. I do think overall it was a better movie, and I'm not going to quantify it with a score other than just saying it was good. It's a good movie, and it definitely. I can't wait for the sequel. Did I just say sequel? Sequel. Okay. Sequel. And with that, I'm going to cut stuff out of this, and it's going to look really jerky with my head movement. And okay, hopefully this has been able to help people. Thank you for watching, and the like, comment, subscribe, especially commenting. I'd really like to know what people think of my ability to review and talk about something, because it is in the channel's name. And with that, that will finish off this first movie review and first real video for Sega Month.